Well, hey there folks, Tip here, Stupid Gardener. Welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. Well, it is June 25th, 2023. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon here. It's about almost hit 90 degrees, 50% humidity. And we're coming off probably a week of some real heavy rain, very heavy rain. And we're expecting a little bit more rain the first of the week. But I wanted to go over with you today about why we use wood chips and how that helps our garden here in North Carolina Zone 7B. Now, you remember a few videos ago, we got these free wood chips. We had some tree work done, and I spread some in the past, and the rest I just piled up here. And I will be raking this all in as soon as zucchini dies off, which will probably be sometime in August. It depends if we get any diseases or squash bugs. I struggle with that. And, you know, we'll be spreading this on top here. And, but, you know, this has been down here a couple of weeks, and I tell you what, with my compost thermometer here, it's about 105 degrees. So this is composting right here and doing what we want with the wood chips. Now, we really struggle here with our Bermuda grass and this grass that's growing over here getting into our garden here, and that's why I like to use the wood chips to try and battle these, so I'm not having to go deep into the garden and getting these. This Bermuda grass is a very, very aggressive grass, and I admit I do struggle with it, and I got to stay on top pulling it. In fact, I got a pole here that's coming up here heading into the zucchini, and I've got to get on that and take care of that. But I just wanted to show you what wood chips do in your garden. So I'm going to take you back to the oldest part of our garden that we probably started 5-6 years ago. And at first, my first year, I didn't put wood chips down. Second year, I did. And just the benefits of using wood chips in your garden. So why don't you come along? Okay, now, so this is probably the oldest part of our garden. I used to have raised cedar beds here. And then I just went and I have a 21 by 30 foot raised garden bed. That's what I went to because I wanted to grow more. So let's take a look at this. Probably 4 or 5 years of putting down wood chips here, and let's just dig down in here and see how it looks. And I tell you what, you get in here, and I usually don't dig like this in here because I like it to kind of compost on its own. But look at that soil in there. Now I started this off with 100% compost, and then it's just been layer and layer after wood chips, and just look how that has broken down. And I tell you what, it is so moist. It's not clumpy or anything. And underneath here, you know, we have that North Carolina clay down here. But I tell you what, I'm down here about 6-7 inches, and I tell you, that's just great, great soil. So that's a great benefit of wood chips, is just having these break down over time, and that's your soil. That is your soil. Start out with compost, and then wood chip, wood chip, wood chip each year. And also in here, I put layers of cardboard, and I had cardboard laid down in here probably in February. Man, it's gone. The worms have just come up and eaten it up. It's rotted away. And I tell you, I was kind of apprehensive about using wood chips because I've never done it before, but here in Zone B, you know, in North Carolina, it is a great thing to use. Okay, so quickly now before it gets too hot out here, I want to get out of the sun. But this tomato plant here came up as a volunteer tomato. When I was in there planting my zucchini, I used some compost, and this little fella came up. So usually when I will pull these from the garden, I would put them in a little bit of water and let them root up, and then maybe I would pot it for a little while, then I would plant it. So I just wanted to try
putting it right into this wood chip garden, get it down below the wood chips into that soil and see how it grew. And this was just like a week and a half ago. Now, when I first put it in, it was kind of laying down, and I watered it and everything. And then slowly, over the last week and a half, it just popped up, and look at it. This is a nice, healthy tomato plant that I have staked now, and I will let this grow up, this stake here. And I believe this is a Sweet 100. So that's another benefit of a wood chip garden. That soil down there is so rich that, you know, this thing was just like a stem I just cut and boop, put it in the ground, and look at it now, nice and green, beautifully green. I just pruned it a little bit this morning just to get it to grow up, but I got one here and I got one over by my zucchinis that came up also. But I tell you, it is just shows you what this soil is like underneath there and how rich and how strong that is with those nutrients that you can put this in, and it's going to root right up within a week and a half, standing up straight and tall.
Okay, so wrapping this up, I think so far the wood chip gardening is working for us. It's going to be so interesting to see over the next 5 to 6 years just what this garden looks like and what that soil looks like. This is 100% compost, layers of wood chips, and that's what we got so far. And you know, the oldest part, like I said, is 5 or 6 years. This newest part is like, you know, like 2 years old. So it'll be interesting to see just what it looks like. You got to kind of think about this as like a forest. How a forest, you know, the little tree limbs will fall, leaves will fall, and then it keeps composting. It just keeps composting, and you'll dig down, you get rich soil, and that's how those trees are fed. No one's going in there and spreading around compost and watering. It's doing it all on its own, and that's kind of what we are trying to do here, is kind of copy that. So far so good. And one thing about the wood chips also, it holds in that moisture. You know, we've got a lot of rain, so it is very wet down there, but I tell you what, you come back in the middle of the summer after a couple weeks of no rain and you dig down there, it's very, very moist. And that's what our root system is in, that very moist soil, and it is thriving. And I mean, it is really thriving. And also it's going to protect the top of that from the sun coming down and burning that soil, because it's going to be protected by those wood chips. So I could ramble on all day about this. So I guess from here I will sign off. So if you're not a subscriber, stop what you're doing, go down below, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, put a comment down below, share this video, follow us on Instagram and Facebook under The Stupid Gardener, and you know, let me know how your garden is doing if you are wood chipping. So from here I guess I will sign off. This is Tip from The Stupid Gardener. Everyone take care. God bless everybody. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow along.